Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Kahala, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, of great millstone. Peace and blessings to Yakim, pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Mathia from the GMS Dallas camp. And wanted to go into what you see on the screen here. It says Amalek. Now, when you go into the history of Amalek, which we're going to read here, it's going to show that basically they are the chief, all right, the head tribe of Esau, all right, just like the tribes Israel has the tribes, like the 12 tribes, so do Esau Edom, and this is the chief tribe, all right. And I want to get right into it. Lord willing, this will be edifying. All right. Amalek. If you read here, it says that's Amalek. Amalek. All right. It says Amalek was a nation described in the Hebrew Bible as a staunch enemy of the Israelites. The name Amalek can refer to the nation's founder, a grandson of Esau. His descendants, the Amalekites, or the territories of Amalek, which are inhabited. As we know, Esau, his descendants was going to receive what? Also, they received that blessing of the dew of the earth. I'm going to go ahead and get that for you. Because when you go on, get this understanding, the two major blessings was received by Esau Edom. The two major blessings was Esau Edom and then the nation of Israel. All right. Who are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who will see the dew of the earth and who's going to basically be kings over their brother. Which what Esau gave away his birthright, as you can read about in Genesis 20:25, right? All right, we're going to get down to Esau's blessing here. I'm going to start right here because when you read up, Rebecca basically put clothes on Jacob, and he basically went into Esau. I mean, he went into the chamber with his father Isaac, and he gave him that blessing to do of the earth. All right, and that's what Jacob goes into. Yaiqua, meaning supplanter. Now we're going to get into what Esau received. This is Genesis 27:32. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, Who? Where is he that has taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten all of before that cometh, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. So we're saying he already gave him that blessing. 34. And Esau heard the words of his father. He cried with a great and exceedingly bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. So Esau is crying like a little, BIH as you see today. All right. Now, reason this was because it was already, like I say, prophesied or foreordained, right? Because when you read in Genesis 27, Esau, he was famished and he wanted something to eat. And Jacob said, Sell me your birthright. And he said, what does birthright have to do with me? And he basically gave up his birthright for some lentil with some raw damn meat because it wasn't ready. And then when you read above that, what happened before then? Um, Rebecca was having pain in her stomach because then she went to basically to a seer, which was a prophet at the time, and he told her two nations was fighting in thy womb, and one would serve the other. All right, the elder would serve the younger. So this birthright was already set up for Esau to give up his birthright, and Jacob to be the one that's going to be the receive that blessing of the firstborn. Now Esau is crying because he gave that up. He said what it's gonna do for him. All right. And this goes, like I said, this is gonna link all the way up to his blessing that we see today in this world. All right. All right. So verse 30, 30, 35, it says, and he said, thy brother came and with subtlety and has taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these two times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he has taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him Lord, him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine, and I have sustained him. And what shall I do unto thee, my son? So he had given that blessing for him to be reign and ruler over all his brethren. All right. Hence that covenant, that blessing that we receive from the Father, okay? The Lord Yahweh, which is his name, who the world ignorantly called God. Because, like you say, the blessing goes through Abraham, Isaac, and then he blessed Jacob. So it's going to go through the bloodline of Jacob. All right. So he was going to be the ruler of this world to come. All right. When the kingdom of heaven is established upon the earth. All right. And then they're going to sit on the throne of King David. All right, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me even also, O father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. So he's giving him a blessing. So his blessing is the fatness of the earth. But he's not talking about when the kingdom of heaven is established upon earth. He's talking about the time that is here, right? In this world, he was going to receive it. All right. But listen to this, verse 40. And by thy sword shall thou live. All right. And shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right. So he says, by thy sword. So Esau is living by the sword. But now he said that he received that sword. So now he has what? The sword has become the gun. The gun has become the missiles. And these missiles have become nuclear. First they was atomic, now they're nuclear. So he did give him the dew of the earth, and he gave him and to rule by the sword. Because when you look at America and like I say, the world powers, how do they control everyone? By those nuclear weapons. You mess with us, or you basically talk down, you want to confront, or you want to trip out, we'll blow your ass up. That's what Esau does. So he still controlled the world with thy sword. Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning of my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And he's been looking to slay his brother ever since, like I say, even from the garden into now, and to then, with when he just mentioned that, on up to today. So his blessing is what we're living in at this time. All right. And who is the head tribe of Esau, who is basically putting forth that sword? That is Amalek, the grandson of Esau. All right. So we read right here, in Esau, his descendants, the Amalekites of the territories of Amalek, which thou inhabited. All right. And what did the Lord say? I'm going to go ahead and get something else too. What did the Lord say? He was going to be with Amalek. He was going to have that beef. This is Exodus 17. It's like Exodus 17. I'll start at 13. And Joshua discomforted Amalek and his brother and his people with the edge of the sword. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out of the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi. I'm pronouncing it correctly. It says, for he said, because Yahweh has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. All right. So the Lord is still having that war with Amalek from generation to generation, because look what he's done to his people. Now the Lord put them over us, you know what I'm saying? Esau and his tribes, like you say, Amalek being the main tribe of Esau because of our going off. Hence, going into Deuteronomy 28, when you read, it says from 1 to 14, if we basically walk in the ways of the Lord, we will basically flourish. But then from 15 on down, 68, it shows what the curses would be if we basically went off. All right. So the Lord said he was going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. But what is going to happen? The Lord is going to basically destroy this nigga. All right. It says, according Amalek in the Hebrew Bible, according to the Amalek, the son of uh, Eliphaz, himself the son of Esau, ancestor of the Edomites, and Eliphaz's concubine, Timnah. Timnah was a Horite and his sister of Lotan. Amalek is described as the chief of Amalek among the chief of the sons of Esau, from which it is surmised that he ruled a clan of territory named after him. Now, when you look into the understanding of, it says his Timnah was a Horite. Isaac told his sons not to go out and marry other nations, take wives of other nations. But Esau, being the nigga that he is, the simp that he is, went and did that, because he despised his father for was they giving his blessing away. But that wasn't his blessing, because it already was said and prophesied that he was going to do what he's going to do. Now, when you look at the what was that? It was a video basically going into Amalek. These devils, they basically run everything. That's why you see Kyrie and Ye and all these different celebrities that definitely have to apologize if they say anything about them. They don't have to say anything. They can post something and they have to apologize. They got to give $500,000, and then they still will, like say with Kyrie, suspend them for uh, spending from some games and stuff to play. Hindering your money, letting you know that they control the money. What did the Edomite Mayor M. Shel Rothschild say? He said, "Give me control of country's money, and I care who not make the laws." Roughly paraphrasing. Basically, if you give me the control of the money, I can change any laws or anything that go with it, because I control the money. So this devil is set to do what? To do harm to the earth. So if we're in his blessing, the Lord gave him the blessing before the kingdom of heaven come about. What has basically covered the earth? This is Job 9. Go down here. Job 9 and 24. It says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? That's why he don't want the people to look into who are the Jews. That's why when they say, they can have a Moabite. All right, you have which is a Chinese. You have a Chinese man. You can have a man of Arab. You can have even a Hamite, which is a African. You can have all these people to say they are, you know what I'm saying, JEWS. But soon as a so-called black man say that, then they be like, "Oh, whoa, and I don't know all about that." You gotta apologize for saying that. The hell you talking about? But they don't want to go in the scripture to break certain things down. Why is he saying that? If that's the case, why they get so offended when a so-called black man say that? Because they if they look more into it, they'll see that, hey, this man has a point. When you look at the blessings and the curses and look at who it link up with, these so-called black people and even the Native Americans, they got a point. All right. So the major players are Jacob and Esau and their descendants. All right. They received those full blessings. Now the blessing of Esau is starting to crumble, which it said, matter of fact, what is that in let me see if I can pull that up here. Because it tells you, it lets you know that it's coming to an end by basically measuring the time in itself, right? They tell you that in Second Ezra 9 is they measure the time diligently in itself, all right? Because the Lord is starting to visit the earth, all right, which He made. And now you're starting to see the transfer of rulership, as it says in Sirach 10, all right? 10 around the 8th verse, all right? The kingdom is translated from unrighteous dealing, riches gotten by deceit. The kingdom will be translated from one kingdom to another. That is basically what we're seeing to this day, all right? And I want to go up here. All right, this is sloggy. This is Second Esdras 6, and I'll start at verse 7. It says, "Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times, and when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it follow? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob." All right, so we have that line bloodline here. When Jacob and Esau, okay, the two that received the two blessings from Isaac, okay, were born of him. Jacob had the hand held first of the heel of Esau, and that's showing that's going to be a translation. The transition of power. It says, verse 9: For Esau is the end of the world. All right, of this world we're in today is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so this is coming to an end. All right, Amalek, Esau's rulership, all this is coming to an end. And that's why they don't want you to understand who is who. That's why they basically, when you say, oh, so-called black man, and say, you know what, we might be the true JEWSs, which is short for Judah, the head tribe of the nation of Israel. That's when they really get offended because they don't want you to get a full understanding. All right. But what it says is they're being revealed. That's what's coming. All right. That's what's happening as we speak. And they're starting to panic. That's why Esau is going to come down on nation of Israel with with great wrath, because he nobody has but a short time. This is Second Thessalonians 2. I'm gonna get to the point, verse 2. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first." And we did fall away. We fell away from our starting in 70 AD. Okay, we had a falling away. All right, we had the temple destroyed, but that third temple is coming through. Like I say, we're now Jerusalem to the people before is a place. So that temple is going to be is within us, the elect of Israel. All right. It says, and that man of sin, okay, be revealed, the son of perdition. Okay, that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, the son of destruction. All right, that man that was given that blessing, okay, to have to do the earth and rule by the sword. That's read in Genesis 27. All right, and look at this, verse 4: who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself as he is God. Now, one of the things we read in that Job 9 and 24 is what he do. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. All right. And the main judge being Yahweh Shai. And put what? He put Cesare Borgia in the place of the true biblical image of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Now, do when we show like a image of the Lord when we're out on the highways and byways, are we saying that that is the true image? No, but it's a depiction showing that this is the color and how it would be. Now, is it exact depiction of no, but that is just giving a better understanding because it's not that pale faced, long, stringy hair guy that you see that they call Jesus. The son of perdition, the man of sin, basically covered the image of the Lord and put himself as God. He exalted himself above all, who is, like you say, above all that is called God. All right. All right. It say verse 5: remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things, and now ye know that what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. So this is the time that Esau Edom is being revealed. All right. And Amalek is the head tribe that basically took the head the place and the or what is the stolen identity of the head tribe of Israel, but they're the head tribe of Esau. You see how that goes? So this is the man that basically is what you say the kosher food and all these things. These guys, the small has to be wearing these hat with the little curly things on the side of their face, trying to show like their beard or something. Like they got the curly, the hair like wool. Come on, bro. But this is being turned over, all right, back into correction. This man right here, the head tribe of Esau, controls all. But one thing about it, this man is the true devil, and he will destroy anything and everyone that try to get in his way. That's why we need divine intervention. That's why the Lord um, is going to come and intervene, as it says in Daniel 12. And I'll go ahead and try to close up with this. Because, like I say, he's going to come down and he controls all. So how are we going to defeat a man that give you his hand-me-down, like certain guns and things like that? Jake think, oh, we can overtake him. No, the Lord is going to put the spirit of on the 2/3 to basically try to fight back. But Esau got certain things like that song. I forgot what is it. I think on Babylon of Andre 3000. He said, "What? You think you got those gacks? They got them gacks that'll blow out your back where they stay at. They could be hundreds of miles away and blow your ass up." Esau got all type of weaponry. Daniel 12:1. At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. For there shall be a time of trouble, because what's that going into? Jeremiah 30:7, Jacob's trouble such as never was since was a nation even to the time to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. All right, and that's that book of life which Yahweh Shah was worthy to open. All right, with the seven seals. All right, so hey, this is the devil, and he's being revealed, the son of perdition. And we're going to basically come back and set up. It's going to be a new rulership that's going to be put up on the earth. But before that, it's going to have that time of trouble, which we see is basically transpiring more and more as we speak, because we're basically not even in the thick of things. So we have to continue praying. All right, keep our eyes on the swivel, keep watch. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rahakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessings to Yakin pushing his word in truth and sincerity.